Time Walk with me.
Hey everybody, welcome back to Time Walk with me. I am the Time Walker, and this is another Jumpstart style module for two decks that I made not long ago, commanded by Baeloth Barrityl Entertainer. For those of you who didn't see it, the video described two different decks with Baeloth Barrityl and 49 red or colorless identifying cards and two different backgrounds, each with 49 cards that match their color identity and that of Baeloth. In the comment section of that video, Voidmaster6353 suggested Clan Crafter as a background, and I immediately ordered one. Once it arrived, I got to work assembling 49 cards to go with that background, and this is what I came up with. I'll quickly run down Baeloth and his half of the deck first, since not everybody watching this will be familiar with that other video. Baeloth Barrityl Entertainer. This dude is a 2/5 elf shaman who costs 4 generic and 1 red mana to summon. He goads every creature your opponents control that have lower power than him, and whenever a goaded creature dies in combat, including yours, you get a treasure token. You also get to choose a background. So the idea for all these decks is to pump up Baeloth, goad all of your opponent's creatures, watch them kill each other, and mop up the last survivor. Agitator Ant, Alexios Deimos of Cosmos, Avatar of Slaughter, Barbed Battlegear, Bearded Axe, Bearer of the Heavens, Bloodsworn Steward, Bothersome Quasit, Brash Taunter, Brass's Bounty, Burning Anger, Chaos Warp, Clash of Titans, Colossus Hammer, Coruscation Mage, Curse of Opulence, Death Kiss, Disintegrate, Disrupt Decorum, Dueling Rapier, Fireball, Firebrand Archer, Fire Spitter, Frenzied Fugue, Loreseeker's Stone, Mirren Bane Splitter, Repercussion, Scavenged Blade, Soul Talisman, Undying Rage, and Volcanic Geyser. For a more detailed explanation of the cards in this section, see the first video I did on these decks. Clan Crafter. This is an enchantment that costs 1 generic and 1 blue mana to cast. It allows you to pay 2 mana and sacrifice an artifact to put a +1/+1 counter on Barrityl and draw a card. I decided to go with as many token generating spells as I could find in blue and red, also known as Bled. Especially clues, since those sacrifice for 2 mana to draw a card already. Might as well also pump up my goading commander with them. Agency Outfitter. This is here for its ability to grab 2 specific artifacts from my graveyard, hand, and/or library and put them on the battlefield for free. It's especially handy if I've already cast and sacrificed one or both of them. Magnifying Glass. This mana rock makes clue tokens and can be fetched or reanimated by Agency Outfitter. Thinking Cap. This pumps up Baeloth and can be fetched or reanimated by Agency Outfitter. Apprentice Wizard. This little-known blue mana dork creates a good amount of mana that isn't restricted to being used for artifacts, unlike many blue mana dorks. Boarded Window. This helps you to avoid a bit of damage, especially from 1-power creatures, and once you've taken too much damage for it to stay out, you can sacrifice it before the turn ends to pump up Baeloth. Ceremonial Knife. This pumps up Baeloth a little and makes him generate blood tokens when he does combat damage to anything. Chrome Host Seed Shark. With this, your non-creature spells generate incubator tokens, which are artifacts that you can either sacrifice with Clan Crafter right away, or transform them into creatures and later sacrifice them if you want. Deduce. Eliminate the impossible. Filigree Crawler. When you sacrifice this artifact creature, you get another artifact creature to sacrifice. Bloodhound. This good boy creates clue tokens more cheaply than Magnifying Glass. Gleaming Barrier. When you sacrifice this artifact creature, you get a treasure to sacrifice. Gold Pan. This pumps up Baeloth and gives you a treasure token to sacrifice to pump him up further. Gold Vein Pick. This is a repeatable source of treasures as long as you can get attacks through. Gone Missing. This temporarily gets rid of any permanent, wastes the player's draw step, and gives you a clue token. Guild Artisan. It's a little redundant for a craftsman to also be considered an artisan, but that doesn't make it untrue. This rewards me for attacking the opponent with the most life, who won't be able to hit me back because their creatures are goaded. Halo Scarab. After you sacrifice this, you can use its ability to create a treasure token. Hard Evidence. For 1 mana, you get a decent blocker and a clue token. Hit the Motherlode. This can potentially generate more treasure tokens than its mana cost. Involuntary Employment. If you use this on an opponent's artifact creature, you can sacrifice it to pump up your crafty Baeloth. Plus, it gives you a bonus treasure. I could have put in a lot more of these temporary stealing cards, but I can't always be sure my opponents are playing artifact creatures, and I really wanted to stick to the theme of generating tokens. Magus of the Unseen. This can repeatedly steal artifacts that you can then sacrifice to pump up you-know-who. Now that I think of it, I don't know why Aladdin isn't in this deck. I guess it just slipped my mind. Marching Duodrone. This generates treasure tokens for everyone, but while they're just getting mana from them, you're getting a stronger Baeloth and drawing cards. Mocking Sprite. There's a good number of instants and sorceries in this module and in the main one, so I figured it can't hurt to make them a bit cheaper. Nimblewright Schematic. This gives you an additional artifact to sacrifice when it ETBs and when you sacrifice it. Prosperous Pirates. This gives you 2 treasures when it ETBs. Secrets of the Key. This gives you a clue token and then 2 more when you use its flashback ability. Sky Diamond. Splitting the Power Stone. The Power Stones could be handy for casting artifacts, and they can also be sacrificed when they're no longer needed. Tamiyo meets the Story Circle. This is here for the middle ability, which gives you 2 clue tokens for every card you discard. The Underworld Cookbook. Do you not need something in your hand? Eat it! Turn into a Pumpkin. Temporarily remove a threat, draw a card, and get a food token that you can sacrifice to pump up Baeloth and draw another card. And Witch's Oven. Do you have a creature you don't need? Eat it! And the lands in this section are Islands, Riverpire Verge, Shivan Reef, Storm-Carved Coast, and Umara Wizard / Umara Skyfalls. And that is my Clan Crafter module for my Jumpstart style Baeloth Barrityl deck. Think out loud in the comments section below, and remember, if you have nothing nice to say it to Elon Musk. He is a Nazi and he'll cry about it.